Yo, 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 this your boy Larry, and I'm chilling and vibing with actress slash author Lauren Ashley White. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm blessed. How are you?
Hey, I'm blessed too, man. I appreciate you for coming on the platform.
Absolutely. I'm excited to be here and hang out,
Oh
chill a
yeah.
little bit.
Hey, that's it. That's all we doing. We just chilling and vibing. So, Miss Lauren, where the passion for acting came from? Where did it started at?
You know, actually, I've been in love with acting since I was a little girl. So, the, when I was growing up, like I used to hang out with my cousins, the boys, and we loved to go play outside. Football, curveball, ride your bikes and stuff. I would do it, but I would always want to like go inside and try to reenact. Do you remember Nick at Night or like Nick Jimmy Nick
Hmm.
at Night? They used to play this old Three's Company, Laverne and Shirley, like all these old classics, Facts of Life. And I would love to try to like reenact a scene from there. I don't know why, but that was just what I was into. And I would always like fight with my cousins to not play outside, but like, I want to be Chrissy, you be Jack from Three's Company. And, they probably thought I was really weird, but that was what I was into. And so from there, I auditioned, I tried out for a play in middle school and fell in love with the stage. And so my acting career actually started in theater. And I did that for a long time before. I've only been in TV film for going on my third year now. So
So, growing up, who inspired you? What actress, you watch and you was like, oh, I want to be like her. I want to do this. 'Cause, when we
Lu-
young, we watch other actors and we like, because I mean, I used to watch Barton, Will Smith, Jamie Foxx,
yeah,
those was my go-tos.
mine was earlier than that. Mine was Lucy, Lucille Ball. I love Lucy. I was never missing a show. They used to play it in, I'm from Oklahoma. And so every night they play it at 9 o'clock and 9:30. And I would ask my parents, I would beg them actually to let me stay up enough, past my bedtime, my curfew to watch I Love Lucy. I don't know. It was something about um, how she just brought alive her character and how she made everybody laugh. And I love that, she was a woman doing it because back in that time, women weren't dominating like that, or they were always overly sexualized, like Marilyn Monroe and all of them, Grace Kelly. But Lucy was different, and I don't know, something just stuck with me with her, and I was just like, yeah, um, I want to make people laugh and be impactful in people's living rooms like Lucy.
Oh yeah. So, what was your first film that you was featured in?
Feature film was Bid for Love 2. So that is coming out. The first one is streaming on BET Plus currently. And so the trailer has dropped for the second. And so we should be anticipating that hopefully at the top of the year. We'll see Bid for Love 2. So I am a waitress. I have about solid 4 lines, but baby, I was the best waitress. The best waitress, and I had a lot of fun doing that, being on set. I did before that was like a TV show, like a web series. And so that was like my first introduction into TV film. And I had a blast. We filmed like 3 episodes of that. It was out in the Bronx, New York. And so I got to travel and I just fell in love with, being behind the camera, being in front of the camera.
So, growing up watching BET, how was that? What was that feeling like? Yo, I'm about to be on BET.
Like it's cool to say, like, oh, you can catch it on BET Plus. Like what? I used to watch BET all the time. Like that was our network. Summertime, everything was on there. The best movies, music videos, like everything. And so to me, it's nostalgic to be able to do what I love and it end up on a network that I grew up on. Like that, you can't beat that.
Yeah, that's one of
Yeah.
the tops right there. You know,
Yeah.
that's for the culture.
For the culture, exactly.
So you say you
Yeah.
grew up in Oklahoma. How was that? You know, life growing up in Oklahoma. I'm from South Carolina. I'm a country boy, so you know, Oklahoma. How was life down there?
It's slow. There's not much going on in Oklahoma, but um, I I will say I grew up in the city, so we call Oklahoma City the city, and so I didn't have a very country, lifestyle, but I'm definitely afraid of bugs. In case you wanted to know that, I just threw that out there. City life, it was slow though. I mean, nothing's going on, and I lived there prior to Oklahoma City Thunder. You know, the basketball team didn't even
Hmm.
exist when I lived in Oklahoma. Like it was Bricktown had the best thing that was happening in Bricktown was Christmas time. They would have this big tree. Everybody in town would drive to look at the Christmas lights. Like that was life in Oklahoma. Very slow pace, you know, family based. So
So you know, every place got a favorite food joint. What's your favorite food joint?
in Oklahoma,
Yeah.
oh gosh. Okay. It was this place called George's Barbecue. It's no longer in business, but see, I left Oklahoma. It's probably been 17 years ago, so I don't think it's in. I know it's not in business anymore. But George's Barbecue had the best barbecue brisket sandwiches, coleslaw, like everything that they made. You had like a drive up. You could eat in your car, kind of like Sonic, where you drive up. You know, it's got the little windows, or you can go inside. And best barbecue in town.
Yeah, that's dope, man.
Yes.
It- we got Earl Dukes back around my hometown, Orangeburg.
Really?
Yeah, we got an Earl Dukes, and you know everybody want to go to Earl Dukes. You know, what I'm saying get their barbecue. That's dope, though.
Earl
That's dope.
Duke. Is it still going on? Like it's still in
Oh yeah,
business?
oh yeah, oh yeah.
Okay.
They still cooking down there.
Okay. Next time if I go to South Carolina, I'm gonna go check out Earl Duke.
Oh
Okay, we're gonna
yeah,
talk about it. I don't know. I don't know. George's barbecue was pretty like chef's kiss. It was A1, but I'll take your word.
yeah. You got to come check us out, man. Down in South Kakalaki. So got a new movie coming out this
Good.
weekend.
Good.
Twisted Hearts. How did you get that role? Like, how did that come about?
So actually through networking a little bit, in the Dallas market, I was trying to, make a presence here and connect with producers and directors. I connected with the producer on social media, and then he, shot me over, letting me know that he was filming or he was casting for a Netflix movie he was doing, and asked me if I would be available, and I was like, yeah, absolutely. So he sent me a non-disclosure in the script, fell in love with the script. And so I was sold at that point. So I was just like, okay, I'm gonna get this part. Went in there, had a full audition. It was kind of actually an interview because usually like auditions, you walk in, it's very much like you slate, which is just like introduce yourself at the camera, and then you just do your audition, and then you leave, or maybe they'll have you do another take. But in this instance, it really felt right because the producer was just like talking to me like you and I just talking, and it didn't even feel like an interview. Like we were talking for 20 minutes before he was like, "All right, let's get into the script." And then so he made me feel really comfortable, and I appreciate that because I feel like I was really able to show my skills and like shine in that moment and bring that character to life. So
Yeah, you definitely did that, man. I ain't want to, do no spoilers, but
yeah.
how was it, feeling that, your significant other, he was, a clean guy.
Listen, uh, when I read that script, I was like, oh, I like this. This is going, I wonder, I'm like, oh, snap. Because there's so many women in today's society that, like, they might think that if a guy, it's all about, honestly, it's all about like how we view what a man is supposed to be, right? And so if a guy is walking around and he kind of has like mannerisms, like we would immediately, we're like, hang on a second, like, why you, hold your hand out like this, or why you. So it's like red flag popping up. But, you have to dig deeper than that and understand that everybody is different and there's just because you like to get your manicure and a pedicure, get your feet done, don't mean, you swing for the same team. But I don't know. People
Hey,
got to go check it out this weekend, though, and see what happens.
oh yeah, y'all make sure y'all go check out Twisted Hearts in a theater near you. But speaking on that, man, like I go, I mean, get my pedicure, I get my manicure. Hey,
Really?
I I work hard. I want to, what I'm saying, pamper myself sometime. I mean, I don't feel nothing
Yeah.
wrong with that, but I know guys, they like, oh man, nah, I wouldn't do that, but hey,
But you
ain't no one.
should. No, listen, like, as Lauren, think that is, I prefer that. Like, please get your feet done. Cause like, if I'm about to be playing footsies with you, like, I'm not trying to get scratched up. Like, I want it. No, but seriously, yeah, but that's the cool thing. Like, I play the character Tiff, and
Mhm.
her role, like she, just has this view that a man got to be rough and, they don't get their feet done or manicures and they don't take care of themselves like that. It's not what a real man does. And I think a lot of women still think that way. So,
It do, man. Me being single, it just it's different now, and like we was talking, saying like having a child, man, is having a little girl, it's different because I gotta set that example for her,
yeah.
so what she gotta know how a man's supposed to treat a woman. And if I don't
Hmm.
do it right, she will never learn.
Hmm.
So
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly. That's your
yeah,
role. Like you gotta let her know like this is what it looks like. And it ain't always, just being like not having emotions and being hard on the outside. Like, you know.
yeah, like fun fact, me and my daughter go together. What I'm saying? Like I take her,
Girl.
yeah, she get her toes done. Hey, daddy over there. Hey, daddy
Yeah.
relaxing too now.
I love that.
A
I
little,
love that.
daddy daughter time. Especially when, like she got all A's, keep her making all A's. Yeah, you do good. You know what I'm saying? Daddy gonna treat you.
I love that. That's how it should be. Because that's where she learns. That's where people learn. And the thing about this movie is it's three couples, they go on a couples retreat and all of them are dealing with different, issues in the relationship. And one of the biggest takeaways with this movie, with each couple is, it's all about how they're dealing with their emotions. Some of it comes from their childhood, from their
Mhm.
parent or their lack of parent. And it shows up in different ways. And that's kind of what this movie dives into. And luckily, they kind of get some unorthodox therapy from a counselor who, has some unconventional ways, to bring out the points that she needs to make, but it works. I
Hey, that's dope. Yeah, cause hey, y'all make sure y'all go watch this movie, cause hey, I will be there.
love it. Yes, please.
So I also see, you're an author, man. I didn't. I saw you got a book out.
I do. I do. I have a book right now on sale. Amazon, Barnes and Noble, and then if you like audiobooks, like if you don't read, it's on Audible as well. So it's called Sleeping with Deception.
So how did that came about? What made you thought about that title and that book?
Um, it was like a 4-year journey before it actually turned into words on paper. I had got the idea. I was in a relationship for about 8 years, and halfway through it, I had been through some things, and I was like, man, I should write a book. Like some of the stuff I went through was so crazy. I was like, I'm gonna write a book, and that became like on my goal list, right? And it started with that, but I think it changed later as towards the end of that relationship. What inspired me to actually sit down and put the time in to actually put in the words on paper was just being able to impact another woman. Some of the things that I went through were things that were not common and stuff that you're kind of embarrassed, you don't want to talk about with your friends and family. And that is your village, oftentimes that help you through things. and I went through it alone. And so I wish I had an outlet or a place where I could, see someone else have my same story. And so I think by the end of like when I got started with writing the book, I was just like, I want this to be a place where women can go, like if they like to read, they can see a similar story in this book that they're going through and maybe take something from it. So
And that's why I appreciate you for coming on this platform because, the women that watching this, they can get inspired by hearing your story and they can go read your book also.
yeah.
Like I told you before, everybody got a story and somebody can relate from that story or get
Hmm.
inspired from that story,
Yeah.
but it's a
And I
story
think
being
that's
told.
the exactly. And I think I'm in a place where I am somewhat comfortable to share that story because I do think, I have healed from it. So I feel like I kept asking God, I said, why? When you take a step back and you look when you're out of it, you're like, why did I go through that storm? And you kind of have to self reflect and figure out like what was the lesson or what was the purpose of that. And so I really do feel like I had lessons, right, that I had to go through and grow through. But I think part of that, I feel like right now my purpose is if I can impact another woman to not feel alone in that and, have one outlet that they can use to help coach and grow them, why not? Like I would sign me up every time, you know?
Oh yeah. Hey, that's some powerful words right there, man. And like I said, everybody go through things too, man. I've been through some things, that's hey, I might write my own book.
You should.
I
Yes,
mean,
do it.
you know, I thought about it, being a single dad, man, raising a daughter, because I'm actually I'm gonna do it. I ain't gonna say I want to. I'm gonna do it because being a single dad, it's not easy. And since being a single dad, I met other single dads also, and they got a story. And other people that see me going through what I'm going through and dealing with what I'm dealing with, they was like, "Man, you're doing a great job. Your daughter, she's making all
Wow.
A's. She's a respectful child. Hey, keep doing what you're doing." And like I tell everybody, I'm just trying. I'm just
Yeah.
trying, and I keep trying.
And that's all
Cause
you
like
can do is just show up and try.
yeah, because like there's no handbook on how to be a good dad.
Exactly. I
You just got
love
to keep on
that.
pushing.
Yeah. And if you ever do just decide one day you ain't got nothing going on, you got nothing to do, it's a nice, sunny day or 7 p.m. Friday, 95 degrees, go and get your pen and paper and just start writing. You never know.
You're
Book
right.
might turn up.
And yeah, I say I want to make a book, a kid's book first for my daughter, and
Hmm.
like she been a ballerina, so I want to, put that instill that in her, write a book, Claudia the ballerina, because that's her name,
I love
and
that. Yeah.
her growing
Dope.
up, and like, oh man, my dad wrote a book about me. And, I just been meeting a lot of authors lately. And it's, saying you're one of them that inspired me to, what, this is the path you need to go, write that book and tell your story.
Yeah, for sure. And it's cool that she could read a book that represents someone that looks like her. I mean, it'd be her, but other little girls could read, that usually at least when I was growing up, the books I read, everybody was, of one color. So I think it would be super amazing to be able to just show that, people of color, different backgrounds and ethnicities can do the same, whatever they want. So that's a great message for your daughter for
So
sure.
growing up, what books did read? Being an author now, I mean, I'm pretty sure it was books what type of books did you read? Fiction, nonfiction?
When you say growing up, what age range? Because they changed big time.
Yeah, they
Because
do. They do.
I write spicy romance. So I write romance books, and they
Mhm.
can get spicy. Like 50 Shades of Grey spice levels. So
Oh, oh,
obvious.
woo.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean it's
that's a
there's a
different age group.
story. Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a story to it, but like I write fiction that's spicy
Mhm.
romance books, and you know A lot of the girlies are into that. Like, I really think 50 Shades of Grey really opened that world up because, I mean, it is like its own, huge, huge fan base. But
Yeah.
obviously, as a little girl, I didn't read stuff like that. I was reading like Magic School Bus type stuff and, forums and then it grew to like, Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret, in the preteen age. And then I got into like Harry Potter a little bit, but that, I don't know what that's considered, like fantasy maybe or something. I wasn't really feeling that too much. The movie is good, but I think romance is kind of what I landed on as an adult.
It's crazy. I never watched a Harry Potter movie.
You haven't?
Nah.
Man, they're actually good. Like the book was good. It was long and at that age, I wasn't really trying to read, 700-page books,
Me either.
at like 12 years old.
That why hey, I think that would discourage me from even watching the movie because I'm like, if the book that long, I know I ain't want to watch a movie that long.
Yeah. The
But I
movie
don't know.
was
I might
long,
have
but
to
it's
sit
it's
down.
entertaining.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So how's life in Dallas?
It's good. I mean, I'm staying busy for sure. My days are filled with auditions or well, right now we're on a promo tour. So we've been on a promo tour for Twisted Hearts, which is pretty much kind of coming to an end now that the movie that we'll probably do a little bit more pushing, but is traveling to promote that. Moments where I get to connect, right, and talk about Twisted or my book and stuff keeps me busy. Outside of that, I'm chilling and vibing.
So I got one question. What actor would you like to work with, in the future?
Um, I love that question. Thank you for asking me that question because one day I know your podcast is going to blow up. All these people you're meeting, you're going to be on a huge platform. And I really hope that they see this. So thank you for asking me. I would say it's two people. And they're both women, Black women, who I find is incredibly talented and smart and would love to meet them one day and of course love to work with them. It's going to be Viola Davis and Kerry Washington. Top two, hands down, some of my favorite actors in the business today. And literally today. So,
Oh yeah. Well,
yep,
Lauren, I appreciate you for coming on, chilling and vibe. But before we go, let everybody know what we doing.
just chilling and vibing.
Oh yeah, appreciate you.
Thank you so much. Bye bye.